Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Texas Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have about 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but they will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Kelsey, and I will be your facilitator tonight. Before we get started, let's talk a little bit more about the housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A or question and answer button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. And I am going to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter, Andrew Evans with Temple University at the Japan campus.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Andrew. I'm the admissions counselor here at Temple University Japan campus. Just let me get my screen open here. Hopefully you can all see that there. Okay, so a quick introduction to our institution, Temple University Japan campus. We are essentially an international branch campus of Temple University, which is based or originated in Philadelphia. So being an international branch campus, just like our campus in Philadelphia, our students are working towards an American undergraduate degree. You can transfer credits over to us just like you would to the main campus in Philadelphia. And more importantly, we teach 100% in English. So you're not required to be fluent or know any Japanese before you arrive at the institution, but you can certainly start to learn the language or continue learning Japanese once you get there. As I mentioned, Temple originates in Philadelphia. We obviously have our campus in Japan. We also have a campus in Rome, Italy. As a Temple student, you can come and do a full undergraduate degree with us in the Japan campus, or you can split your time up between the different campuses, so you can spend time in Philadelphia and Rome. We also have a number of study abroad university partners, so you're not limited to just the Temple locations. But again, just to emphasize, you can come and do your full undergraduate degree with us here in the Japan campus. Now, a quick look, focusing specifically on our Tokyo location. We are very lucky to be located in the heart of the city. We have a great vantage point to go and explore Tokyo. We have probably the world's safest and most reliable public transport system, specifically the train network. So it makes Tokyo very, very accessible. Central hubs like Shibuya, Shinjuku, these are all the places you see in the photos and videos of Japan. They're located within 15 minutes of the campus. So again, it's a great city to live in. There's so much to do here, and we're located in the heart of the city as well. Now, a quick look at your student experience here at TUJ. I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation how we're similar to our main campus in Philadelphia. Where we're different comes down mainly to the size of our institution. We are much smaller. We have around 1,400 undergraduate students. So it is a very small, very close-knit community here at TUJ. Our class sizes average around 20 to 21 students per class. So they tend to be very interactive. You'll get to know your fellow classmates and professors very, very well. And in addition to your regular tutorial, lecture style classes, we're very keen on adding a practical experience to your education. One of the main components of this is done through our internship program. So we offer semester-long internships with Japanese industry, with international offices, for example, companies like Amazon. So it's a great way to start networking. If you're looking to have a career in Japan, this is a great way to move into that area. In addition to our academic studies, we try and offer that immersive experience in Japan as well. So we have a lot of activities, an extensive activities program where students can do various Japanese cultural workshops, go and visit not only areas of Tokyo, but different parts of Japan. You might go skiing in Hokkaido, for example, or go down to Kyushu and visit the hot springs. So again, we're trying to offer that immersive experience in addition to your academic studies. It's a very diverse campus. We have currently around 65 different nationalities coming to study with us at the university. That diversity is reflected in our faculty grouping as well, with faculty from all over the world, including a number of professors who will come over from the main campus each year to teach with us here in Japan. Now, being a small campus, we've put our focus into 10 undergraduate majors, mainly liberal arts focused. With majors like international business studies, international affairs, of course, Japanese being some of our more popular majors. You can double major, you can major and minor. You can come in as an undeclared student if you're not quite sure what you want to major in. It is quite flexible in those terms as well. Now, we're actually the oldest foreign university campus in Japan. We've been here since 1982, so this is actually our 40th anniversary. But in 2019, we reached a huge milestone, opening up our new campus in Setagaya-ku, Japan. This is a brand new purpose-built facility for TUJ, so very modern facilities. With this move, we created a brand new partnership with Showa Women's University, which is located literally across the road from us. So we have a number of joint activities, a number of facilities over at their university that our students can access as well. So it's a very unique campus environment. It's been dubbed as Japan's first global campus, and we're looking forward to seeing how this space develops as we settle into our new space over the next number of years. Now, one of the big advantages of being an international branch campus is we can offer a lower tuition rate, with our annual tuition coming in around $15,000 per year. Students can use FAFSA in the Japan campus. GI Bill students can also use the GI Bill here, and we have a number of merit-based scholarships that students can apply for as well. Now, in terms of your application, it's a very simple process. You can apply using our online application form. We have rolling admissions, so you can apply for a spring, summer, or fall semester. We will need your transcripts. If you are a college student, you have over 30 college level credits, we can waive your high school transcripts from your application. We are test optional. Once you've completed your admissions application, you'll receive your decision in approximately 4 weeks. And from that point, you'll be able to log into your student portal and check your transfer credits. We also have a transfer equivalency tool, which has a comprehensive list of different colleges that you can also check and potentially find your credits in advance that will transfer to the Temple University. Once you've completed your application, you'll be put in touch with an admissions counselor, and we can guide you through that process in a bit more detail. We have a number of online sessions going on right now, which I'd encourage you to join, including a detailed look into the admissions process, opportunities to meet with various students, do sample lessons. So I'd encourage you to go and check out the website for further information there as well. But thank you very much for listening, and we're here to answer any questions at the end. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We will move right along. And then I believe next up, we have the University of Melbourne.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia, and I am with the University of Melbourne, based in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And I am personally located in Orange County, California. So I'm here as a resource for students that live in the US and Canada. So UniMelb offers 3-year bachelor degrees, as we do in Australia, and we're part of the group of 8 universities, which is sort of the equivalent of an Ivy League down under, at a much more affordable price point. In many cases, our tuition and total cost of education is pretty comparable to some in-state options and some out-of-state options. It is a beautiful city, 7 times voted the most livable city in the world. So it's a great time in your life to have a wonderful adventure. We are rated #1 in Australia, and we are 25 in the world. So we're a large public research intensive university. So we have everything from business, STEM, humanities, social sciences, STEM, veterinary science, performing arts, and much more. And as you can see, a lot of our programs are rated in the top 40 globally. So you would apply directly into the bachelor's program that you're interested in. So we have everything from agriculture to arts and so on. So you can get an idea of the majors that we offer for the different programs. So while you do have to apply directly to the program you're interested in, you do not have to choose your major until your 2nd year. So you do have to have a general idea, but there's still flexibility to take elective classes as well. It is a very transparent parent admissions process for transfer students, we like to see a GPA of at least 3.0, but we are not going to ask for essays, references, or extracurriculars. And each degree has slightly different entry requirements, and we'll look at sort of which university you went to. If you are applying with 1 full year of university, we'll really only look at your university grades, and you'll need to meet the prerequisites. If you're applying with less than 1 year of university study, you will also include your high school grades and SAT or ACT plus those prerequisites. Once you apply, you can apply for advanced standing, and we rarely do give credit for introductory classes because in Australia, we don't do general education requirements. And the academic calendar is a little different in Australia. Semester 1 is Feb to June, and semester 2 is July to November. And the seasons are flipped as well. So you will oftentimes during Christmas holiday be enjoying time at the beach. And tuition can be funded by US student loans. We don't offer financial aid, but like I mentioned, the total cost of education is often pretty comparable to in-state options because they're 3-year degrees. We're also proud to rank 8 in the world for graduate employability. So there's really a lot of support for students, both during their degree and after they graduate. We have a huge alumni network across the globe. Undergraduate research, we're right next to the Melbourne Biomedical Precinct. So a lot of great things to get involved in. So this is just a quick tour through campus. So our main campus is just 10-15 minutes down from downtown Melbourne. And we are Australia's 2nd oldest university. So we've been around since 1853. So we have a lot of really beautiful old buildings around campus. And we do have a lot of great modern facilities. We've just built a new student precinct as well, which has a lot of great places for students to hang out, including a student garden and lots of places to study and meet with your friends. And so Melbourne is really one of the best cities in the world, if I do say so myself. It's a coastal city with a lot of vibrant nightlife and a lot of great cafes and restaurants. There's actually more cafes, restaurants, and live music per capita than any other city in the world. It's very famous for the street art and shopping and festivals. And we're quite close to the 12 Apostles, about an hour and a half away, where you can see koalas and kangaroos. So there's a lot of natural beauty, even though we are in a big city. And most of our beaches are about 30-40 minutes away on public transport. So you can kind of have the best of both worlds. Feel free to scan these QR codes to book a Zoom call with me, or if you'd like to get more information, definitely sign up for our mailing list as well. And I will pass it to my colleague, and thanks very much.
Thanks so much, Julia. Next up, I believe we have Oxford Brookes University.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I froze there for a second. I'll start my slideshow now. So, hi there. My name is Siobhan Frank. I'm the Global Recruitment Manager here at Oxford Brookes University. So I help students from the US, Canada, and Mexico who are interested in coming to study here in the UK. So I'll start a little bit with our location and where you can find us. So we are located in Oxford, which is in the United Kingdom in England. On here on our left-hand side, you can see a map of the UK and Ireland, and you can see where we are located in proximity to London. So we're about an hour away from London and Heathrow. You can also see probably two small dots kind of underneath the map as well, and that's Heathrow Airport and Gatwick Airport. Those are probably going to be the most accessible airports to you as a student from North America. Luckily, we have a really great bus line that actually travels to and from the airport with a drop directly outside of our Headington campus. So it's nice and easy to travel to and from the airport. Now, Oxford itself, you might recognize the name of the city. We do actually share the city with another very famous university. So here in the city, we've got Oxford Brookes University and we have the University of Oxford. What that means is that we have a very high student population. 1 in every 4 adults here are students. It does mean that it's very much a student-friendly and a student-centric city. So there's lots to do and see here. Now, Oxford is also a center for industry and enterprise. A lot of offshoots and startups happen because of the research that's being done at the universities here. So in addition to being in the heart of Motorsport Valley, we have things like publishing houses here. We've got biotech, biomedicine, all sorts of different things. So really great, particularly too, if you're looking at some of our courses that offer a work placement year. So those are paid work placement years. Now, as a student at Oxford Brookes, you'll be happy to know that we have a really good relationship with the University of Oxford. So as a student, you'll be able to access what's called the Bodleian Library, and that's the University of Oxford's library system, and the Oxford Union, which is a student club that you can get involved in. Now, life in Oxford, there's certainly something for everyone. So depending on what your interests are, it is a tourist city, so there's plenty to do and see. We've got 5 museums here in the city, including our Pitt Rivers Museum up here on our left and our Ashmolean Museum. Now, if museums aren't your scene, that's okay. We've got all sorts of other things. So we do have the Cowley Strip, so that's kind of the main downtown area. That includes a lot of really great restaurants. We've got music venues. We have pubs along the river, as you can see here with the head of the river pub. We have some beautiful river walks and a lot of green spaces as well. So if you like walking and hiking, that's really great. Now over here on our right-hand side, you can also see a picture of one of our students who's taking part in what's called punting. This is very famous to Oxford and Cambridge. Very common to see people out on the river in the summer. Not as easy as it looks, but a lot of fun to do. Now a little bit about Oxford Brookes. We've got 4 main faculties: our business school, health and life sciences, humanities and social sciences, and the faculty of technology, design, and environment. And within that, we have a number of different schools and programs. So depending on what your interests are, there's plenty for you to take part in or to potentially study here. Now over here on the right-hand side, you can see our library, which is part of our John Henry Brookes building. That's kind of our main central student building. Really lovely, great space, overlooks the forum as well. Now, why Oxford Brookes? It's more than just our ranking. So you get to live in a world famous city known for its rich history and education. You'll also get to gain the fundamental skills and global experience to succeed in your career. Again, I mentioned that we do offer a number of programs that have a paid work placement year as part of that. So instead of your 3 years of study, you can do 4, including that paid co-op year. And then you also get to experience a new country and a new culture and make some international friends. And along the way, you'll also be supported by some really great teams. So we have all sorts of different teams to help you succeed in university. So we've got our Academic Development Center, inclusive support, counseling, multi-faith chaplaincy, career service, and mentoring. Both our career services and mentoring are available to you both while you're a student as well as when you're an alumni. Now, if you would like to get involved as well, there's plenty of things that you can do. So we do have a number of different sports clubs. Depending on what your interests are, you can either kind of do the traditional sports or you can get involved in some of our more niche sports. So say, for example, equestrian, we've got climbing, we have a climbing wall here on campus. You can get involved in ultimate frisbee, so all sorts as well. They do range in skill level, so you can either start as just kind of recreational, or there are also competitive options as well. Now you can also partake in the Brookes Union, so that is our student clubs. So we've got over 100 different clubs and societies here at the university, including some really interesting ones: performing arts, Harry Potter Society. We have an ice skating society. So depending on what you like, there's definitely a really great way to get involved. I do recommend this. I think that this is kind of more of a culture of UK university life. A lot of people will partake in clubs and societies as well. Now, a little bit on our entry requirements. We are test optional. So we do require a high school graduation diploma from a 3.0 GPA that typically does include English from around a 75%. And then some of our courses might also have subject-specific requirements. These can typically be met via grade 12 honors level high school course or APs, which are really great. Now, if you do have your SAT, ACT, or any AP courses that you do want to be considered as part of your application, you're more than welcome to submit them as part of that application. Now, in terms of fees, our 22-23 fees range from about £14,600 to £17,100 in tuition, and our work placement year is about £1,500 to £2,000 because you are still being supervised by the university, but certainly during that year you'll be working primarily. We accept FAFSA, Veterans Loans Benefits, and Sallie Mae loans, and we do offer £2,000 international student scholarship. We do also have some part-time work opportunities and Brookes Sports scholarships as well. Now, how to apply? You can either apply through UCAS, which is the UK Central University Application System, or apply to us directly using our direct application portal. And then finally, when you're applying, you're going to need to include some supporting documents, so proof of your qualifications, any certificates, any transcripts, etc., personal statement indicating the course that you're applying for and the reasons why you wish to study the course, and a reference from someone who knows you academically. And that just wraps it up for me. If you've got any questions or you want to find out more information, you can visit our website at www.brookes.ac.uk. You're also welcome to get in touch with me. I'm always happy to chat. sfrank@brookes.ac.uk. And we're also on social, so I do recommend that you check them out as well. Otherwise, thanks so much. I'll pass it to the next person.
Thank you so much. We will be moving right along, and I believe next up we have Verto Education.
All right, hello everyone. Let me just share my screen here. All right, so we are Verto Education. My name is Kaylee Koenig. I am one of our regional admissions counselors here at Verto. So we are a bit different. We are a study abroad provider for first-year college students. So with Verto, students can spend their first year of college taking accredited college courses at any of our locations throughout Europe and South America. So we are accredited through Richard Bland College of William and Mary up in Virginia. So that is the transcript you would get from your first year of college taking classes abroad with Verto. So you spend that first year taking typically general education courses. If you are in high school and you are already taking college classes in high school, that's great. We do have some more advanced level courses for those types of students. So it really works with any kind of students. You spend that first year of college taking those accredited college courses. On top of that, we are partnered with over 70 universities throughout the United States and a couple international universities that students can apply to directly through Verto. So you're not only applying to study abroad that first year of college, you can apply to universities to kind of figure out where you're going to get that 4-year degree from. Since we're accredited, we do keep students on track to graduating. I'll kind of touch base on those partner colleges again later, but we do have those here in the United States and internationally. So applying to Verto, study abroad that first year of college. So our only requirements are ages 17 to 22, a 2.5 GPA in high school, a high school transcript, and also a 500-word essay. That's it. Once you meet those academic requirements, we would have a virtual meeting with the student just to make sure we feel that the student is ready to go across the world once they're between the ages of 17 and 22, because that is a big step for students that age. So once you meet those academic requirements, we meet with you, you're all good to go. Our application is free as well. So once you apply to Verto, you can also apply to up to 5 of our partner colleges directly through us. So that study abroad application and university applications can be directly through us. Within a month or two, students would find out if they're both accepted to study abroad and their 4-year university. So the college application process is both simplified and expedited through Verto. Moving on, kind of going quickly through this, these are our locations here throughout Europe and South America. And the best part is students can pick 2 of these locations. So for example, students can spend their first semester of college in England and their second semester of college in Argentina. It's totally up to them. You can do a full year in Spain or whatever you would like to do, but you can pick 2 of these locations to take your first year of college courses at. So like I mentioned, we are accredited. So the types of courses you would be taking abroad will transfer back to the United States or at any of our international partners. Our college credit load is between 12 and 16 credits. We do shy away from that full 18 credits because you are abroad, it's your first year of college, there's lots going on. So our students do take 12 to 16 credits per semester while they're abroad. So you do stay on track to graduating on time. So what the application process kind of looks like for the student is traditionally, firstly, you would meet someone like me on my team. We are regional reps. Nextly, once you apply, a student is assigned an admissions rep that helps them with their study abroad application. After that, we do have a college counseling team that helps you with those college applications to those partner colleges. We do not require ACT, SAT scores, but some partner colleges might. So that's where our college counseling team comes in. We also have a financial aid team. Now, our financial aid is amazing with Verto Education. We do accept FAFSA and that application's free. Once you apply and complete that FAFSA, you could get a grant worth up to 2/3 of your entire tuition, making studying abroad actually affordable for any student throughout the United States and the world to study abroad with Verto. So here are a couple examples of our partner colleges throughout the United States. We have Baylor, Oregon, Tennessee, the University of South Florida, excuse me. So you can apply for that 4-year degree directly through Verto, spend that first year of college studying abroad, and you stay on track to graduating with that 2-year or 4-year degree, whichever you decide. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to reach out to our admissions team here. We do host open houses 2 to 3 times a week that are virtual, that everyone is welcome to jump on in and learn more about virtual or more about Verto Education.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I'm going to invite all of our presenters to turn their cameras back on, and we will do a kind of short question and answer for our attendees tonight. We'll just go ahead and start with the first question, and we'll just go back in the same order that you all presented. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, thank you. I think just making use of all the resources now that are available to students. This is a good step, doing online fairs like this. But, you know, many institutions host their own webinars, seminars, on-campus tours, virtual tours. And connecting with current students, I think, is probably one of the best ways to really get a good idea of what student life will be at an institution. So trying to reach out to those students, looking at, university social media as well, that gives you a really good perspective. There really are so many resources now. There's no excuse really for anyone looking at an institution not to be able to get to know them before or during their application. So just making use of all those resources that are available.
Hi, so I would really just, if I could give one piece of advice, I would really just recommend to keep your options open. I know when I was just starting out in university, I really didn't think international, but there are a lot of really great universities out there that are at a pretty affordable price point. So definitely, like my colleague just mentioned, just reach out to university reps and make use of the different resources available.
And I think building off of that, when you think about keeping your mind open, just think about what it is that you want to get out of not only your university experience, but what you want to get out of life. So, if it's something too that you want to live near a beach and that's something that you want to do, you could kind of tick two things off by going to university near a beach. Or if you wanted to kind of live in a different country, learn a different language, that's something that you could explore as well. So really have a think about what it is that motivates you and what do you like. Do you have people?
You might have froze there for a second. Sorry, you froze there for a second, but I think we got the gist of it. Go ahead, Kaylee.
Yeah, so I am originally from Wisconsin, grew up in a small town in Wisconsin, went to school in Wisconsin, and I ended up studying abroad 3 times in college because one of my professors told me it was super important to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So whether you decide to study abroad, come back to the United States, or go to university completely in another country, the best advice I can give to someone is to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because there is going to be a lot of change and a lot of good growth that happen right after your high school graduation. So to really be, ready for that next step.
Awesome. Thanks, you all. The next question that I have is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school? And we'll just go back in the same order.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think for us specifically, we offer a unique opportunity to study in the heart of Tokyo, Japan, but working towards an American degree. We're currently the only institution in Tokyo that you can achieve those goals in. So that's what I would ask students to remember.
So I'll just share a fun fact about Uni Melb. We have an underground car park that was used in the Mad Max film. So I'll just share that, and I'll pass to my colleague.
That's a great one. I would say from Oxford Brookes really that a lot of our degrees are focused on making sure that you're career ready as well. So many of our programs will also include a paid work placement year. That is a paid year, but at the end of it, so if you extend that 3 years to 4, then you also come out with a degree, but also work experience, international work experience, which is really good. So really that it's kind of a work readiness, and a lot of the things that are incorporated into the programs also kind of think about, building your personal portfolio, that kind of work readiness thing. So if you are looking to kind of jump into a career after your education, that's certainly something to keep in mind.
Something that I want everyone to remember about Verto Education is that we have amazing financial aid opportunities to make studying abroad actually affordable for our students. So if you are someone that you think, oh, I can't really afford to study abroad, really look into Verto and our financial aid opportunities. And I really encourage you to apply because we will do everything in our power to make it possible for you to study abroad in Europe or South America for that first year of college.
Awesome. Great answers, everyone. And then our last question of the night, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I think with this one, and I think we've probably answered this in other questions as well, but many students will consider the opportunity to study overseas as the more difficult application process or the more expensive college option. As you've seen today from all of our institutions, that's really not the case. It is very affordable. And other students will worry, getting an international degree, will that hinder my chances of finding work opportunities back home? I would argue that's not the case now. Our degrees are recognized world over. And I would add that it probably enhances your opportunities. You're giving yourself the opportunity to maybe work in another country as well. So there are huge benefits to studying overseas. So if you have any initial concerns, I'd again encourage you to reach out to institutions, other students, and find out what they've been able to do with their degrees as well.
So I would say one myth about studying overseas for university might be that you're going to miss out on the college experience that you're going to have with your friends. I would say that there's so many, it's such a vibrant, lively experience where, you could go to travel on the weekends and have these really cool experiences with new friends from around the world. And I'll pass to my colleague.
Yeah, thanks. And I'll go over to the admission side and say that, one myth is that your personal statement doesn't matter. And, a lot of university admissions teams will actually put a fair amount of weight into that personal statement. So making sure that you're clear about why you're choosing the course and what course it is that you are choosing as part of that. No, certainly personal statements can differ depending on which university that you're going to. So normally universities will also have some pretty good guidance on either their websites, or there will be guidance on how to write that personal statement to help out with that one. But have a think about it as well. It's really a great place to make yourself shine and to highlight the reason that you'd be a good fit for the course.
One myth I feel on college admissions process is that students feel, or let me go back, they don't apply to certain universities or programs because they feel like they can't get in. I feel like it's super important for these students to apply and give it a shot because they might be, smarter and have more on their plate than they might realize. So if you're someone that's doubting yourself on a certain university, is to just apply and give it your best shot, because you never know what will happen, and you never know what kind of student that college is looking for. So just apply. You never know what'll happen.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for that quick question and answer. That pretty much wraps up for tonight. So thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd really appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions this week. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. Thank you, and we'll see you later.